Maybe I'll score an equalizer this episode. Even if not, that's okay. But that's what I've got my eye on. Or a Stomper or Cobra that has an 18-round mag. There's a corrosive weapon, but it's not a very good one. Only interested in elemental SMGs that have ×2 or better.
This price is available on all weapons and gear. Get your mans here.
I know Tediore also makes the Scavenger class mod, but I haven't come across one yet. Do I have anything in my Underdome bank? I don't think I do. Nope. Well, I found a new Teddy shield. But I need a 22, not a 31.
Don't settle for anything less than the best. Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Give us your hungry, and we'll give them our leftovers. Give us your poor, and we'll give them a job that might pay. Give us your weary, and we'll make them sing out the song. We are Atlas.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
You are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown. You need a trusty gun by your side. Let's get you rolling.
Will I find a level 31 Tediore something that will be worth sticking in my Underdome bank? Probably not, but we'll see. Jump out the wrong way, why don't you? That's a pretty good SMG. Stompers were the mainstay of my arsenal throughout my Doll Allegiance run. Playthru-1, that is. I haven't started Playthru-2 yet. I'll re-upload Playthru-1 before I start Playthru-2 of my Doll Allegiance run. Doll is my most used brand across all characters. Even Brick. What does Doll make that would appeal to Brick if you're playing him Blastmaster style? Well, how about explodey go-nuts revolvers and payload rifles? Remember, payload rifle is my term for an explodey sniper rifle.
So many to choose from.
Oh, a volcano! Good barrel, good stock, but it has a cheap scope. A Type 1 scope, or Sight 1. So is that I think that's the first legendary I've found in a chest.
Pandora is the 13th most important planet within our
Yeah.
interglobal dominion.
And the fourth legendary I've come across so far. So in order, if memory serves, and it sometimes does and sometimes doesn't. I have an eidetic memory like Sheldon Cooper, but it doesn't always work. Because I'm getting old. No, I'm not. I'm not really. I don't feel old. I make it a point not to feel old. But that's beside the point. If memory serves, the legendaries I've come across in order have been Surkov, Thanatos, Defiler, Volcano. And their levels were as follows: 19, 22, 25, 34. BL1 and Tediore both make some of the most common legendaries, but their ledges are also some of the most universally useful. I don't think I've ever done the end game without an equalizer. But of course I use it to regen ammo for a masher. It's possible to do the end game with nothing but revolvers, as long as you have
Don't you understand? Get out of here.
ammo regen. And if you're using a Tediore legendary for ammo regen, that means you can select a class mod that serves a different purpose. Like, for example, with Mordecai, if you're not doing an allegiance run, you could combine a survivor class mod with a panacea on Playthru-2, for example. And then use an equalizer to maintain revolver ammo regen, and just base your entire loadout around revolvers. And if you have one electric revolver, one acid revolver, and one masher, you can survive and prevail throughout the end game. Not interested in
Get a
thumpers.
Playthru-1 and light some people on fire. A sniper without a sniper gun
Tediore
is
shield
a
level
BS
22.
gun. Find the
That's
gun
what I need.
right for you.
Still haven't found a Tediore scavenger comp. All the scavenger comms I've come across so far have been pangolin.
Do you need something? I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the one.
Weed whacker. Of course, those aren't weeds. It's just, for some reason, I was thinking of Hank Hill. Of course, Hank Hill, being a handyman, would have a weed whacker on hand. Or weed eater, it's also called. But that's a bit more difficult to say. Weed eater, weed eater, weed eater. Say it, find out. Say it 5 times fast. Weed eater, weed eater, weed eater, weed eater. Blah, 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 blah. See what I mean?
Hey, I pooped right where you're standing.
Thor combines good damage, high fire rate, and recoil reduction into
18
one
rounds.
weapon.
If that was a masher, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Barrel 4. Bad accuracy. It's built entirely from Type 1 parts. The only good thing about it is it has an 18-round mag. Man, I've got one with an 18-round mag and a better barrel. Keep that. Keep that.
Just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Sounds like you need a storage tank upgrade. So I
7 minutes and something seconds. The boat can leave now. Tell the crew.
shields and healing. That's what I'm feeling.
Why 13? Why not 22? Don't insult me with this obsolete junk. Turret's gonna have some fun.
Stop! Nobody move! I lost my contact lens.
This time I'll be sure to check the red chest right off the bat. That's not a bat, that's an ore.
Everybody's doing the claptrap. Ninja kicking zombies for the thrill. Chicks and shorties of my grill. Hope you like time.
Doggone headland. Will I find an equalizer in the shops? It doesn't have to be a good one. I only need it for the ammo regen.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns that excel in every area.
Doll.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scaring needles? You won't find finer gear anywhere on the planet. I sure got you right now.
Going too slow.
Finer gear, you say? Well, it's been a while and I still haven't found a level 22 Tediore shield. White label doesn't count. Don't get in my face, please. Trying to shop here. That's just a good, well-rounded SMG.
You want me to see?
30.7. Not bad for a Matador. Of course, it's because it's Jacobs. Atlas and Jacobs make the best Matadors. Because even if they have barrel 2, they have serviceable accuracy. Well, I guess I could check the shops up by Ernest Whitting's place, but I'm not really expecting them to have much, if anything, because they never do. Maybe this time it'll be different. Nope.
Always something new. Visit all our convenient locations.
Yeehaw! Now, will I be able to check this shop before they change over? And yes, I'm going to pick those other chests clean at Lucky's place. Well-rounded SMG. I don't need plain old basic ordinary boring revolvers. I need revolvers that have more flavor
If
to
you
them.
want to get to the bone first, you're gonna need to eliminate the competition.
I'll go ahead and pick this place clean. And while I'm here, I'll do the... do the mission that I'm on. Level 22. And those are level 13. Just a moment. I'm back. Maybe I'll find a guardian. The obligatory. That might happen once per episode. Pretty sure that happened once or twice per episode during my Doll Allegiance run.
Doll's guns absorb a lot of recoil, allowing you to stay accurate throughout the fight.
Notice how it flashes green and red, kind of like the lights on ammo crates, the way they sometimes do that when they flip out, which only seems to occur in certain areas.
Well, looks like you did right
Whoa! There are new missions available at the New Haven Bounty Board.
Do I have all of Scooter's missions on my list?
Tell you about a little something something he needs done. You should ask him about it.
Well, bye now.
Now I do. Now I'll take a sarsaparilla. I think Marcus's first mission. Yep.
Makes you wonder.
Now available. It's easy to forget that because he's nestled in there. Now I've got plenty to do. I'm not taking on Mothrak without an appropriately leveled shield. So that means I need to do a bit more shopping. It doesn't have to be a panacea. It just has to be a level 22 Tediore shield that's green or better. And it doesn't even have to be perfectly parted. It just has to be serviceable. That's 2/3 perfectly parted. The left side part and the middle part are both the best parts.
Who knows what you're gonna find in the vault? Make sure you pack it.
I've found legendaries in white chests before. It's uncommon, but not unheard of. I love Stompers.
My pound of flesh.
Stompers are only made by 2 companies, Dahl and Tediore. Hyperion doesn't make them because they're not their style. Hyperion does make excellent Cobras. In fact, some might even regard them as the best. Someone's got Mansion made. And they're actually doing something. Because my shield is level 13. Oh, if only this had an 18-round mag and a Type 2 sight or better. It seems to be doing just fine even though it has barrel 1. And that's because, I'm pretty sure because it has material, it's built from material. Stompers make excellent boss killer weapons, or anti-badass weapons. What is it, 87.5 accuracy? Yeah, that's just fine. I like combat rifles that have a bare minimum accuracy of 87. 87 is what you get with a Dahl combat rifle with barrel 1. And Dahl combat rifles will always have a bare minimum accuracy of 87. Wait, did I just say that? If I repeat myself, it's because I'm multitasking, which is not my strong suit. Barrel 5 on an S&S machine gun. Excellent. S&S machine guns are excellent. They just need to have body 3 or body 5. As long as that criterion is met, they can get away with any other combination of parts and still be serviceable or better.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns that excel in every area.
8.8. Barrel 2, body 5, stock 2. So it has the most basic barrel and the most basic stock, but that's okay. S&S machine guns can give Atlas a run for their money. A run for their money, in my opinion. As long as they have body 3 or body 5. Machine guns never have body 1. With the exception of Roland's rusty machine gun that he starts out with that's made by Flatoff. Roland and Brick both start off with unique... Oh, there's an invader. Fifth legendary so far on this adventure. I would only use the invader if I had some means of ammo regen. So with Mordy, that would mean a sniper class mod. And that's made by Hyperion and Jacobs. So if you're doing a Hyperion Allegiance run as Mordy, that works out pretty well. I guess I'll go check Whitting's shops again.
Time for a nice relaxing time.
What am I doing? I need to do
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
this. I forgot to do this last time. Spawn my number 1 car back there. So I can leave my number 2 car parked right there. And then just teleport back to it from that point right there. Level 22 shield. You know what? I'm going to start skipping these shops from now on.
Let's get you rolling.
So I was just there, and now I was just here. Go back to Jacob's Cove. I'm not taking on Mothrak with an underleveled shield. Those fire bombs that it spews at you really can mess you up.
During this transitional period, please do not
What was I
interact
stuck
with
on?
creatures in any way. Any resemblance to formerly living family members is purely coincidental, and any messaging to the contrary will be met with swift litigation. Above all, embrace them and never, ever
If you were stranded here on Zombie Island and you had to pick a brand
That's
allegiance
where the pudding is.
to be stuck with, Tediore would be a good choice because that would give you a means of health regen by default by the nature of their shields and by the nature of their ledges you get ammo regen as well. Nothing I need.
Aim for the head. That's where the pudding is.
If you have nothing but a Tediore shield and any which one of Tediore's legendaries, especially an equalizer because it just seems to fit the theme because it's a revolver. I don't know why that fits with the zombie theme in my head canon. Head cannon. Maybe because mashers are basically hand cannons. Head cannon, hand cannon. I came up with that segue off the top of my head. Yeah, I know, I'm lame. Now, will this masher be a Tediore? It is. Barrel 3, body 1, but I can work with it. That masher, though. All I'm asking for is a level appropriate shield. At this point, I might even go for a white one. I think I didn't even bother to look at what was in Zed's shop at Underdoom because it was all white label junk, and by this point, normally I stop using whites around level 10 or so.
You. Yes, you.
But I'm getting desperate here. It's taking way too long to get a level 22 shield.
Guns for professional marks.
Level 31 already?
Assuming you're strong
I would not have expected that. I hate burst fire launchers.
Your grenade should do more than just explode. If you need customized grenades with a new mod today.
Best part in the middle. Well, there's a level 22 shield. It's white label. But I'm desperate, and I don't want to take too long. I'll hold on to the panacea. See how much time is left. Well, I'm back at the arid Badlands, so I won't bother checking any of the shops. Not even out of curiosity. But I will check
Do these teeth
that
make my
one
guts?
red chest. I'm probably going to use a combination of Masher and Stomper against Mothrack. With the Stomper, it'll be difficult because slow bullets. I should get some use out of this. Oh, overeager, as per typical. Ah. Oh. Cactoids. I'm not allergic to cactoids. TK, no! They'll pay for this. Come and get it. I've got plenty for everybody. Mine's better than yours. My melee weapon has a shotgun attached to it. And since I'm not typically a fan of Vladoff or Tediore shotguns, when they have spike attachments, I tend to think of them as spikes with shotguns attached to them, rather than shotguns with spikes attached to them.
Oh, this is the place to catch a ride. You can paint all kinds of pretty colors to it. Alright, you catch a ride now.
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
I'll also check the lockers. Over by the entrance to Headstone Mine. Maybe a...
Satisfaction abounds.
Where are you? You're throwing axes through the wall. That's dirty pool. Why did that take 4 strikes? 4 strikes. It should not have taken that much. I'll get these annoyances out of my face. Come on, don't prolong the inevitable. What? Seemed like a lot went wrong there for no reason. I mean, how do you dodge like that? Maybe he was just being a spaz. I will spawn.
Time for a nice, relaxing drive.
My blue car. This white shield is probably not going to protect me very well against Mothrak's fire vomit. Power puke. You can take shelter in that garage. Oh. Or you can take shelter in here. If you've got a good enough shield, you might not even need to take shelter. Yeah, bullets are too slow with that, so I might need this. And I need more range than the double anarchy can muster. And what else? Faster bullets. Let's see how this does. Get all the annoyances out of the way. The distractions. Distractoids. My shots aren't doing anything. I'm accustomed to my efforts counting for something. I'm not accustomed to futility. Of course, normally by this point, never mind. Yeah. Only one hit from that takes away almost half my shield strength. We're gonna be here a while. If I had a level 25 doll shotgun, this would already be over. Level 25 doll shotgun with barrel 3, 4, or 5. Really? That took... Well, I'm overestimating the capabilities of this. This is a Tediore shotgun, not a doll shotgun. With barrel 3. A doll shotgun with the same barrel... perform a lot better. Haven't even taken away half its health. Just wait till I re-upload my doll allegiance run, then you'll see what I mean. And it's only a difference of 3 levels for the equivalent tier. 22 Tediore versus 25 doll. Terrible white label shield. Notice how it's able to instantaneously vomit up a fireball. It doesn't even have to reacquire me as a target. It just automatically knows where I am. Oh, get me stuck on the wall, why don't you? So annoying. This isn't hard, it's just time consuming. Maybe this will work faster. I don't feel like being here all day. Of course, I can't back up because of all this mess. And I lost sight of it. There it is. I was worried it would show up out of nowhere with full health for no reason. Don't know how it's able to hurt me through the roof. But I'm not a big fan of the fact that it can do that, with no explanation as to how or why. But you can see why I like having both a double Anarchy and a double SMG. Especially if it's a double SMG with barrel 5 like this. Ridiculous splash damage on that fire puke. Fire barf power puke. Why does this have to be so time-consuming? This really sucked with flat off, because I was stuck with level 19 weapons and gear. It took forever, and I actually died. I never die at Mothrack. Well, flat off just isn't my brain. I like Tediore better than flat off. What does that say? Well, how am I supposed to tell? How am I supposed to be able to tell where you are if my red dot is inactive? Really? That's usually something that never happens to me. Well, remember, I often say I never run out of more than one ammo type at a time. Obviously, I don't mean literally never. It's just uncommon. Well, where are you? Red dot has disappeared off my HUD. There you are out of nowhere. What's the meaning of that? Finally.
Not bad.
And of course, it's confetti falls all over the place. Well, it most likely hasn't dropped anything interesting at all. Don't get stuck on the scenery.
Mind if I do?
Jacob's guns do one thing really well. Power. And honestly,
That's a good shotgun for its level. Don't like shredders. I don't like structurally superfluous scopes. Well, that took longer than usual. But I didn't die like I did during my Vladov Allegiance run. I'm almost level 24. I'll hit level 24 after I turn in one or both of these missions.
Well, hey there. Welcome.
Here we go.
Better at this.
Why are you giving me a level 13 reward? What level was that mission?
Hey, I'll catch
Well,
you
it must have been lower than level 22, but why not give me at least the level 19 reward? I mean, yeah, I can't use that on a Tediore Allegiance run because that's not a tier for Tediore, but that's beside the point. The point is, it's insulting to receive an underleveled reward for a mission.
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
I think this stuff in this shop only goes up to level 19 on Playthru-1. But don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, wait. Before I proceed with anything else, I need to... So about that sarsaparilla,
Hey, you see my gun?
the blister.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes an easy-to-use gun.
I've got to check at least a few shops for a better shield.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes an easy-to-use gun. Stand right up. Best prices available on all weapons and buy a first aid kit, and you won't regret it.
Package Nope. I'm holding out for a 5-line purple. Maybe I'll do things in a different order from usual. I'll go ahead and do all the corrosive crystal caverns stuff. Now, will I get over to these shops before they change over? And will there be a green or better Tediore shield?
Hello there, good friend.
If you need healing, step right up.
And there's the first Tediore scavenger com that we come across. But again, I'm holding out for a 5-line purple.
More than one shot.
That's a pretty good SMG. So is that. Pretty close to evenly matched.
Only by the best. If the vault is real,
5,
be able to
4,
afford it.
3, 2, 1.
Flat off. You don't need to be a better shot.
Yeah.
You just need to shoot more bullets.
See how that. I'm good to go on SMGs, I do believe.
Favorite gun?
There's a 5-line purple, and it's a model 550. Not bad, not bad. Oh, wait. But it's got the feature that doesn't work. Team accuracy recovery. Way to screw me over. Or at least I've got a selection of level 22 shields that are green now. Should I go for symmetrical or accelerated? Accelerated it is.
Get your man's here.
I'll go ahead and retire the Panacea.
You're from off planet. You smell oddly.
I'll take that as a compliment. I never actually used King Wee Wee's Super Booster. It's not my style. It's not my stoyle. That's a good launcher right there. Acid launchers are awesome.
Remember, you can always count on Marcos for the best gun. Get your man's here.
Should I use what I've got, or should I go for that faster recharge rate? It doesn't matter a whole lot. I'll go with the faster recharge rate.
Step right up.
Malevolent SMG. It has barrel 3 on it. Is it a twisted? There's no way to tell. They don't tell you that
First aid kit. You won't regret it.
on the item card. If you know what to look for, you might be able to kind of discern.
Upgrade now.
Twisted barrel? No.
Remember, you can always count on Marcos when they best guns around.
Still a good SMG, though.
Going too slow.
Anaconda. Where were you on my doll allegiance? Anaconda always has barrel 4, which means it makes a fantastic masher.
Let's get you rolling.
Oh, should I check Jacob's Cove or just go back to New Haven? I don't want to have to check every shop every time.
Not cool enough for you? Get a BL1 and light some people on fire.
Blood Wing have some fun. Alright, move. Don't stop running. I didn't tell you to stop running. There's also that other white chest.
It's time for...
But it's probably not worth checking.
It's time for another round of blast.
Where'd you come from? Cases. In our world, our time and place, caseless ammo never really caught on. Never really made it past the experimental phase.
Get your meds here.
Best part, right side. Best part, left side.
You won't find finer gear anywhere on the planet.
Jackhammer. Don't know why they don't make that noise they make when you pick up the shot crystals. Certainly it's not just because they're corrosive crystals. Maybe it has something to do with the location. The detail in these environs. Love it. Terrible damage. This is a level 22 shotgun against a level 22 enemy. Can't even kill a masher. Can't even kill a skitterling with one shot. That's there, it ran under my aim. That's a different situation. Come on. That's more like it.
Another trophy for my wall.
What went wrong there? Not bad, not bad. I shouldn't take that many shots.
For my pounds of flesh!
More? I'll be coming around that way anyway. Really? You came all that way. Just to get stabbed in the face. Stab you in the face with a shotgun. This really sucks as a shotgun, but it's fun as a spike. Level 22 shotgun against level 22 enemy. This Stomper makes a better shotgun. Really? Just prolong the inevitable, why don't you? You see him duck at just the right moment?
Lady Luck, be kind.
Oh, and all the stuff you find in here is underleveled, which I personally find insulting. Use key, don't fail me now. Mashing down on ya. Don't make everything take half a year. Had to decide whether I wanted to finish him off with a shotgun spike or a masher. Went with masher. Come on. Probably level 16 junk. Maybe as low as 13. 19, 19, 22. 22. So we know level 22 stuff can occur down here. Shouldn't be lower than 19. place up a bit before someone else does so. Come on. What am I stuck on? Nothing. Should get some use out of this. Grenade. The grenade lands behind you and you should just keep on charging it forward. Did that grenade do anything? Probably not. You probably want me to use this. Don't make the terrain tedious for no reason. Only 5 more crystals.
You lost?
There's a guy I shot through the ceiling fan junction point, which is right here. And it reminds me of Eon Flux. And the same is true in Borderlands 2. I wonder if you can still break crystals even after... Nope. Never tried that before. All these years. And I never thought to try that. To see if you can break crystals even after you don't need them anymore. You know, just because. He actually has a face that's not covered by a mask. His crown looks like it's in the style of Mordor or something like that. had a feeling I was almost forgetting something. Really? No comment. By the way, in this game the term pistol refers to both repeaters and revolvers. So pistol ammo regen means regen for pistols and revolvers. Mordy is the only character other than Roland whose class mods can regen more than one ammo type, not including Allegiance comes from the secret armory of General Knox.
I can see it come. Good as new, I think. Am I leaking?
Who makes the super booster? Pangolin.
Oh yeah, well, hey!
If you need healing, step right up.
Since I have a masher, I could sell this blast law. And since I have the Stomper, I could sell this intense rifle. But I'm not gonna. Red right hand. Or is that a red left hand? Depends on how you look at it. Is it a hand made out of like guns and stuff in a shopping bag? Or is it a hand print? Depends on.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really
Now there's a good blast rifle right there.
covered.
I got that already. Yeah. Almost level 25 already.
I think that the next leading competitor.
Well, should do this. Oh, wait. First I should replenish my supply of ammo.
This price is available on all weapons and gear.
This was totally unintentional, and I just happened to notice it, but the time said 11:38 right as I backed out of that shot. You know, like THX 11:38.
Time for a nice, relaxing ride.
Oof. Gotta check this chest out of curiosity, at least. And nothing but insulting disappointments. Level 13, I mean, come on. I can tolerate getting white label stuff, but can't it at least be level 19?
I am talking. The lady with scars where her face should be believes that you and I are looking for the same thing. You should come to me now so I can see the artifact you have recovered.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Looks like a white label doll shield. Called it. Jump out the wrong way, why don't you?
Your DNA has now been granted clearance to travel within the Rust Commons. Please wait while I activate the gate.
Plenty to do in the Rust Commons, both west sector, where we're going now, and the east sector, where we go later. That's more like it. I want that crit bonus. Now, I should experiment and see whether I should favor the base damage of a Stomper or the crit bonus of an Intense rifle. Combat rifles with the Intense prefix are buffed by a Ranger class mod with this, Team Critical Hit Damage. And it does that for the whole team. Basically what this comm does, when it's a quality one like this, is it turns every team member into a sharpshooter. It affects all revolvers, at least according to what I read on the Borderlands wiki. All revolvers, most, if not all, sniper rifles. Shotguns that are called Death. And the best of those are made by Hyperion and SNS. And what else? Combat rifles with the Intense prefix. The best being the Cobra. There can sometimes be a badass rack here. An elemental badass rack. And it can mess you up. So be wary. Should bring my car up a bit closer. Ha!
You like that?
Someone's got a gun that sucks.
That hurt.
Your gun's alright. Blue looks like it could be Tediore, maybe Torg. Darker colored Tediores can look like Torg. Lighter colored Torgs can look like Tediore. Let's see what that is. It's a blue Tediore, barrel 3. And there's a Torg. Designated Marksman Mordy. If I was doing an S&S Allegiance run as Mordy, then if I was using Ranger, then my weapons of choice would be Spiked Death and pretty much any sniper rifle. No vertical travel. Not much, anyway. What?
You like that?
I fired a rocket while jumping out because I pressed the use key again inadvertently. Well, at least now I know you can do that. Never thought to try that before, and in this instance I didn't do it intentionally. Kind of a happy accident of sorts, if accidents can be happy. Who says combat rifles suck?
Day 457. This is exciting. I think I might strip naked and run around to celebrate, but I'll do it during the dim cycle, for fear of prying eyes. Before overloading and melting 4 of my computer's 13-qubit operators, my program was able to decipher quite a bit more than I had been able to understand before. It will take a few days to fix, but I was able to find many repeated instances of an event that takes place every 200 years. It's repeated many times with a symbol that looks not unlike a circle with an upside-down V in it. It's possible that this is the vault. And something about the vault
Zone sportsmanship
happens
style.
every 200 years. Tonight, for dinner, I will have eggs.
Oop.
Nothing like a challenging
Stun. Come on, stun. Stab. Stun and stab. Chintzy shotgun is only good for stunning. And the spike is great for stabbing. Not a bad close-range weapon right there. The closest comparable SNS model would be way better. Fired an extra burst for no reason. Overeager, I guess. I'm really liking this designated marksman Mordy build. Something different. But purposeful. So my top weapon of choice now will be to use with the Ranger Comm an Intense Cobra. Preferably with barrel 5. Though I wouldn't mind testing an Intense Pounder out of curiosity. And I'll probably still get lots of use out of Stompers. Not bad, not bad. Burst rifles are not intended for close range. Not to say you can't make it work, but that's just the thing, you kind of have to make it work. Literally make it.
As I work, I spend the majority of days having conversations with people that are not there. 2 days ago, I explained to my mother how the translation program I was writing would greatly help me understand exactly what all this Eridan text I've been attempting to decipher actually means. My mother has been dead for 16 years. She was never actually interested in science to begin with. I'm unsure if I'm quite to the point of no return, But my stubbornness, which I got from her in the first place, will keep me here putting up with her until I find exactly where the vault is. Or until I drive myself so far off the edge, I do not remember why I was doing this in the first place.
It's Iridian, not Iridian. I mean, couldn't they have done another take? I know, I don't work in the industry. Who am I to judge? Still, it's Iridian, not Iridian.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles? A sniper without a sniper comm is just a guy with a gun. Find the comm that's right for you.
Well, that's a level 16. Why not 25? And that's a 13. Why not 22? Ha! Arms dealer. What all have I got on this? Predator, bird of prey, focus. Focus is accounted for, and that was my top priority. Increases accuracy with all weapon types. Also has the added benefit of increasing stability with sniper rifles. Not that that's relevant to a Tediore Allegiance run. Predator. That should be my next priority. And then bird of prey is right there. Red chest here. Now I really want an Intense Cobra. With barrel 5. Really? 2 whites and a red chest? Yo ho ho and a bottle of screw you. Kept reloading prematurely because I was expecting these rack to swoop in their usual formation, but they didn't.
First aid kit. Zero credit. Well, I have fun.
2 whites and a red chest. Don't insult me.
Time for a nice, relaxing drive.
Yeah, I knew that was a bit optimistic. My Stomper probably could have pulled that off. Because it has barrel 5. Also, I meant to buy more ammo. Mess with the bull, you get the horn. I'm level 25, which is a tier 4 Doll and Malawan. Remember that defiler I found in that shop in the Underdoom lobby? That was level 25. I don't think there can be such a thing as an intense stomper. What am I stuck on? Keep cocking it, why don't you? Such a stupid way to represent equip speed. I did that just for fun. Oh yeah, and remember Mordy's backstory. I might have mentioned this in a previous episode, maybe not. He won a sniper competition with just a revolver.
What can you do for me?
With your brain and all the hurdles that implies. Well, what do you mean by that? We have the same psychometric profile. According to MBTI, that is. INTJ.
Than the last one hired.
You are not your psychometric profile. You are not your job. You are not your personality disorder. That's quite a find right there. Excellent payload rifle. I did a Let's Play as Mordy some years ago. Yes, I'll re-upload that. at some point. And early in the game, while I was still in the arid Badlands, I had a level 15 Explodey Go Nuts Malawan Hawkeye. The Hawkeye is a particular style of sniper rifle that's rarer than most legendaries.
So big, so angry, so dead.
Ranger works especially well with mashers. Any crit bonus
So you want me to share, huh?
I've experienced firsthand how much fun it can be to play Mordy as a shotgun with a Ranger combined with a death shotgun, especially if it's a spiked death.
Look at you roll. If you need healing, step right up. Can't ever be too rich, too good looking, or too well armed.
Alright, while I'm here, I have to go on a bug hunt. I just have to, because it's fun. Oh, might as well finish this afterward. Those things don't stun easily. This should be fun. Looks like it's another bug hunt. Oh, I screwed that up. Queen. Prioritize queens and zappers. See? That's why.
Another trophy from my wall. Feel it. That hurt?
Notice I'm trying to use a spike as much as possible. Now the masher. I'm mixing it up for variety. Zone sportsmanship style. How did I mess that up? Alright, you're gonna play it this way.
Feel it.
Zone sportsmanship style. I'll be re-uploading my Zone sportsmanship challenge. Re-uploading my Zone sportsmanship challenges. Well, that blob is close.
Not bad, not bad.
No! No, I wouldn't be able to dodge that fast enough. Protected its commander, sort of. I don't know why these things are so hard to stun. Their carapace doesn't look like anything special. Really?
Ain't like that.
Oh, that was fun. I messed up a few times, but it was fun. I wonder how Morty's accuracy buffs affect shotguns and mashers. That's kind of like how Lil's high velocity skill compensates for the one weakness of Stompers, which are otherwise a Roland style of weapon. Oh, hold on. Just. I'm back. What was it I said way back in the first episode about getting interrupted constantly? In every episode? There's a red chest here. Don't insult me. Level 13. You have to die or restart after you get it because there's no way to get back around, so I'm not going to bother with it. Really? Finish him. Finish it. And that leads back to the Doll Headland.
Buy a first aid kit and you won't regret it. The Crimson Lance got nothing on my weapons.
All right.
Let's get you rolling.
Time for a nice, relaxing drive.
Oh, you know what? I should have just teleported back to the car. Back to the Outrider because... I mean, the Outrunner. Yeah, I called it Outrider because it's blue. Just like the Bandits cars. See, let's see how this goes. And get the distractions out of my face. Recognition. Come closer. Echo recording should be right there.
Richard Hannis, Chief Scientific Advisor, Dahl Corporation, Day 224. The only conversations I have anymore are with this echo recorder.
What was that?
I've developed a relationship with it. Some cycles I sleep with it, and others I make it stay outside of my tent. My waning ability to discern logic from insanity is becoming cumbersome. I've been translating Eridan writings.
Iridian.
Between arguing with the recorder. You went off for a few hours during my last sleep cycle. I heard you sneak out. If I were to pontificate, I would infer that the Eridan writings show a class-based society that was quite capable of both leadership and of armed conflict.
Quit screwing it up for me. Oh, that's so irritating. When I'm trying to pull off a specific maneuver and some enemy just sort of nudges me or pushes me out of the way. See, like what happened right there? And of course there would be more rack. Size doesn't matter because it's a handgun.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles? Don't know who to trust? You can always trust the gun at your side.
All right.
This is where the cars live. Get you one.
West Commons East. I need to finish some stuff before I go there. Ranger class mod makes a Tediore Masher hit about as hard as a Jacobs Masher.
Feel it.
Why did that take 4 shots? Come on. Hitting me.
You like that?
Kicking it Ranger style. Don't insult me. Two more. I'll never understand why underleveled stuff appears here on Playthru-1.
Day 481. It's true. It's all true. My program did it. Program. I'm now certain that the vault is here, and that the symbol has something to do with opening it. I've checked and triple-checked my findings, and it all seems to make sense. It looks like there are extreme measures to keep the vault secure, but that it can be opened every 200 years. The vault's contents must be extremely valuable, maybe better than the Atlas tech. But I cannot reveal this information to anyone just yet. If I'm wrong, I'm done. And if I'm right, the suits will claim it. I must find the vault myself. Find.
Like her, she's silly.
What, you didn't like that?
Day 493. Dahl Corporation just shut down their mining operations here on Pandora. I think they are insane. Or that is, whoever is making the decision is insane. Iridium mining on this planet has been hugely lucrative for Dahl, and has funded my project. It's been especially profitable given how low their labor costs are. I wonder what Dahl will do with all the unpaid convicts they've been using to work their mines. I wonder if any of them will be my friend. What? Why are you always so jealous of me getting new friends? I'm turning you off.
Yeah, sure. They'll be totally open to the idea of being friends. These environs always remind me of Wall-E and Idiocracy, two of my favorite movies. Oh, which of these should I do first? Here's another way to get to Rust Commons East.
Why don't you time to pound some meat, Bobby?
Yeah. What do I have to do to get that gate open? Well, that explains that. I'll be meeting you sometime later.
Get your meds here.
keeping the one I've got. Best part left side, best part right side.
Teach those Lance guys a thing or two about firepower. Remember, you can always count on Marcos with the best guns around.
Oh. No. I'm gonna wait before I upgrade. I've got all green backpack SDUs still. I'm not going to bother with blue. I'm going to skip all the way to purple. But only once I have 7 figures. Of cashola. And there we go. Now, these two should be easy. Don't want Bloodwing to feel left out, so let me take out these. Turrets. At least that one. Oh!
Challenging kill.
Slow rockets. You know what I should have done? I should have tried jumping over a rocket. Just for fun. Because in my mind brain it would annoy that guy. I mean, how annoying is it that... someone is able to jump over your slow rockets? That guy might have a launcher. Can't tell from here. Nope.
Another trophy from my wall.
Really? Enough with that. I'm sick of that. Barrel 4, body 3, good parts, but it's level 15.
The SNS philosophy is tech plus ammo capacity equals I win.
Now I'll go ahead and retire this. It was mostly a placeholder till I got my mitts on a decent masher. I'm going to predict that that's a level 19 Vladov support gunner class mod. I might be wrong. It could be rifleman, or it could be one of Brick's class mods. Let's see. Skirmisher. That's one of Brick's. Same barrel, but better body compared to mine. Barrel 4, body 4, stock 2. Whereas my combat rifle is all Type 1 parts except for the barrel, which is a Type 4. I refer to them as types. Which you might have noticed in previous episodes.
You weren't using a J-Coms.
I'll go ahead and get this done. I'll probably call it here pretty soon.
You got my machines in there. Only my best. If the vault is real, you'll be able to afford it.
Tediore, or Mordy can have more fun with Tediore than Brick can. They only make class mods for Brick and Morty. Open that face. Alright. Do it this way. That was a disappointment. Now watch this. A skag pile will appear right there. Really?
What you want?
I'll save these for next episode.
Is this thing turned on? Look it, I ain't talking you about
Jack Munkus Squat.
Get rid of all them pests.
I'll go ahead and kill the spider ants. To death. Okay, screw that. There's a claptrap to rescue not far from here. Down that way. But I'll save that for next time.
Gets hit from time to time, so make sure your shield is up to par.
All right. See how much X-ray Papa I get from this. I'm almost level 26 already. Oh, making good progress.
Hey, I got my eye. I'll just wait your turn, man.
Another day.
Hey, I'll catch you later.
Predator.
man.
Ah, excellent. Another valued
Hey, you hear when the water's gonna come back home?
See you again soon.
That'll be for next time. Why only 3 spider ants? Why not 20 or more? 50 even. What's the fire rate on that?
Reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes an easy to use.
6.5 fire rate because it has body 4. Now, I'll go on a shopping spree. The shops will change over. Will I score an equalizer or a guardian?
Jacob's guns do one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else
Barrel
do
4.
you need? If you need healing, step right up. Even the best gunman gets hit from time to time. So make sure you are shielded up to par. I sure got you right now.
Let's get our feet out of the dust.
I just got my feet out of the rust. Commons West. The rust and the dust.
Those guns absorb a lot of
A
recoil,
bulldog.
allowing you to stay accurate throughout
Of course,
the
it would
fight.
have a structurally superfluous scope. If I didn't already have what I have. This would be decent, and so would this. Decent, but not spectacular. And skip the last 20 seconds.
Flat off. You don't need to be a better shot. You just need to shoot more bullets. Hey, let's get you rolling, man. If you're on a budget, Tediore is always the way to go.
Good parts on that except for the scope and the 12-round mag. But I don't like elemental burst fire. Unless it's a specialized one, like Crom's sidearm.
Whether you are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side.
What was in... Is this the one with the bulldog? No.
What good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that'll get you out as you are.
I mean, not the bulldog, the, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. I'll save Under Doom for last. So, New Haven. Equalizer or Guardian or just intense combat rifles with good parts, Stompers with good parts, Mashers with good parts, elemental revolvers.
400% more awesome. Also, torque doesn't make the guns out of freaking wood.
kind of basic. I mean, really basic. Doesn't fulfill any of my needs currently. I'll skip it. This is a really good gun. Basic barrel, basic stock, but it makes up for it with a healthy mag and firepower, literal firepower. So now I go to Jacobs, then Tartarus, then Underdog. Jake's Cove.
Thank you, valuable Jacobs employee, for your continuing patience during this transitional zombie apocalypse. Your satisfaction is very important to us, and thank you for your continuing commitment to Jacobs #1 in customer satisfaction and accident awareness.
Sure is lonely around here.
I am Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power
Blast
of the
rifle.
gods in your hands. Sniper with a
Payload
sniper
rifle, I
gun
mean.
is just a guy with a gun. Find the gun that's right for you.
Ranger is right for me. Although there are some parts of the game where Scavenger with health regen will come in handy, like Old Haven. I might be level 31
We were betting on
by the
whether
time
or
I
not you'd
reach
survive
Old
and make it
Haven.
back. I had 3 to 1 you'd be zombie nugget. Man, the new youth station really broke.
Wouldn't mind getting my mitts on a hunter's shotgun. With good parts. Barrel 5. A good enough body to give it a fire rate of 0.8 or better. A Type 4 cylinder. Plain old iron sights. And a shotgun spike. Actually, I'm cool with barrel types 3, 4, or 5. Combined with a good enough body type to give it a fire rate of... That's tempting. Never mind what I was saying. That's a good shield breaker right there. Notice body 3 to give it a good fire rate of 1.6. But that doesn't really fulfill any of my actual needs. That's a good brick style revolver though. Barrel 5 for max accuracy. Body 1. That's its only chintzy part. And it has a Type 5 cylinder. That's the 2-shooter cylinder type.
Hey, over here! You! Yes, you!
Barrel 5. Not bad, not bad.
Can't ever be too rich, too good looking, or too well. Needs a real doctor when you got my machines and they're scary needles.
Keeping what I've got. Finally, we're seeing level 25 instead of 16.
Even the best gunman gets hit from time to time, so make sure your shield is up to par.
Should I go ahead and buy one of these? And if I do, should I go for grenade or revolver? Nah, I'll wait. I'll wait until I have 7 figures to spend. Ammo is maxed out. Lots of different colors. Still nothing that I need to stash in here. So next time it's Earl's Scrapyard or bust. And whatever comes after that. Wait a second. Do I need to pick up a mission from... Before I call it, I might be remembering things out of order here. Because this mission might become active after I do this. After I do the one-eyed Jack thing. I need to check
Hello again.
with...
I hope whatever is in the vault can be traded for supplies.
Yeah, I'm remembering it out of order. Everything is accounted for. That masher dope. Catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, slabs.